2018, the year I started Random Pop and the year I did 62 movie reviews. Here is my 62 through 1. I've kind of masked up on this one, but whatever. Of movies from what I consider to be the worst to the best of what I've seen. Funny enough, I've only seen one of the movies pictured on this thing that says Best Movies of the Year. I own all of them, I just only seen one. Funny. The worst movie of the year, The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Boring. If you have to watch this film, start fast-forwarding it once she meets the Nutcracker himself. That's all I can say. Watch American Made. This movie is a more boring version of it. Ocean's 8. This movie could have been better, and properly edited, might have been as good as 12 or 13. Never could have been as good as 11, but hey, 12 and 13 weren't no prizes either. But at least they weren't as bad as 8. Mostly just because they give it away. They don't even let you guess about how they do it. They just show you. Russian porn! Yes, that's what this movie is. It's a Russian porno starring Keanu Reeves. No plot, no nothing, it's just sex. You want to see Keanu Reeves fuck some girl in the ass and then get head from her? Watch this movie. A snooze fest, Hunter Killer. I got lost in the middle. I didn't fall asleep, but I got lost. I didn't fast forward, and I didn't fall asleep, and I got lost. Boring ass movie. Stupid. Pointless. Boring. Couldn't even fix it with an edit, because the story is interwoven together, so you can't even make a proper story for it. Maybe fixed, but then the movie would be like under a half hour. It's not a good film. A garbage film and a garbage cast. Maybe editing, but it wouldn't be worth the time, because I would never want to watch it, even an edited version. Garbage. That's all I can say. Here's a spoiler for the film, so you're not going to watch it. Rick goes to prison, and he spends the longest time in prison. And hey, he's white. Black guys who do the same thing as them got like 20 years. He had to stay in it till his 60s. Horse shit. Go watch my original review if you want to know what that means. Want to get that reference. But all I will say about the film is horse shit. Could have been better. I wouldn't bother editing it though. I might edit this film. But it'll depend if next year when on Black Friday if I can get it for under $5. Because the film's not that great, and it's not worth that much. I mean, you have to dump the sci-fi aspect of the film to make it a good movie. Could be better, but basically my edit of this movie, she's a deaf mute. Say the movie's so bad I had to jump to the next film. A little boring Oscar bait film. If you like those Oscar type films, you'll probably like this one. Could have been better if they cut Mark Wahlberg's characters out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Wahlberg, and he's okay as an actor, but his character was kind of pointless, and his team was kind of pointless. It was like they're the bad guys because the Asian guy was a good person. So if I was going to edit this film, I'd basically be cutting him out and his team out for the most part, except for like showing them randomly when they interact with the Asian guy. Not as good as the other Grinches. I don't think I'd ever watch this film again, and there's nothing that I could edit about it. Horribly dubbed. It's like, you know those old Godzilla films that Galaga, and your mouse keeps going? Yeah, that's this film. And Brody's hardly in it. And Bruce Willis phoned it in. Picked the track phone up and phoned it in. Overlord was a good film until the horror aspect showed up. Then it just went apeshit stupid. And it's a young adult thing. I bought it on Black Friday, and I'll be giving it away as a UV copy when I do the Black Friday haul. Nothing to write home about. It's a young adult thing. It didn't make me want to read the books like another movie in this list did. It's just meh. Axel, a more kiddie version of, what was that stupid film I just watched the other day? Give me a second. Of Bumblebee. I had to go back and check because I actually lost a train of thought on the thing. Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Better than the show, but I had to cut out the music parts. I own the movie, but that's just because of the DC film when I got it on Black Friday. Tag. An okay movie if you like those like stoner comedy things, even though it's not really a stoner comedy. I did end up buying it on Black Friday, but just because of King of Thieves. I watched it because Charlie Cox and Michael Caine were in it. I didn't know what the movie was about at all. Then I remembered I saw the set on Mysteries at the Museum, the story I talked about it, but it's still not a good film. Nothing great to write home about. Early Man. I like the fact that they set it up like it was going to be some feminist thing at the end, and then the pig was the one that ended up doing it all. If you watch the film, you'd get the reference. Autism is a superpower, and that's what the aliens have come for. Spoiler alert, I guess. Another family-friendly film that's maybe not for like the real little kids, but elementary school level and up, like first grade, like 8 and up maybe. This film though, maybe cut out the crap jokes. It'd be better. I guess I could cut that out, but next Black Friday maybe. Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay. Better than the Suicide Squad movie, the live action one, but nothing special. The Mortal Engines, forgettable. I guess I think I liked it when I watched it because it's a little high on the list. But I don't think I'd watch it again. And I don't care if there's ever a sequel. Skyscraper, a decent action film if you like action films from like the 80s, early 90s. Replicas, a movie starring Keanu Reeves. I think it will probably air on Sci-Fi in the early mornings. It's one of those type of films, and it's not that great. That's kind of a shitty ending. The Commuter, the best worst film. This is the lowest film on the list that I would actually watch again. So for the rest of the films, it's either films I'd watch again or films that were decent enough that I wouldn't change the channel if it was turned on. This movie is like non-stop, but on a train, but non-stop was better. Mary Poppins Returns. I would edit this film. I would waste the time to edit the film to cut out the musical parts that I didn't like, just so I could watch it again. Avengers Infinity War. I have thought about watching this film 4 times after this movie came out, and all the times I have found something else to watch. I have literally gone on YouTube. I have watched shows that I've seen hundreds of times because it's just not something I don't want to watch, and it's because I have a Marvel problem. And that'll be another video if I ever go into it, my Marvel problem. Bumblebee. Not as good as the original Transformers, but better than the other ones, even though 2, 3, and 5 are guilty pleasures of mine. 4 is absolute trash. This is the film that's like a better version of Axel. Hurricane Heist. If you lived in the South and you've dealt with hurricanes, you appreciate this film better than others, and also if you like action films. You have to like action films and live in the South. It's a tight niche thing. The Crimes of Grindelwald. I liked it better than Fantastic Beasts, but you have to not be a Harry Potter fan to like this film. Because I only read the first 2 books, because after that we moved on to other grades, which they didn't care about those books anymore, and you weren't supposed to read them. And so the school no longer wanted you to read this stuff, so I didn't bother reading them. And the films are good enough for me. I don't need to know all the other stuff. That's what people were pissed off about this movie, was that it messed up something in the book or something. Alphas. I watched this movie If it has English subtitles, yay, it might make it better. But I watched this movie not knowing what the people were saying. Just I judged it on the scenery and what I thought they were doing, what I thought they were saying. Robin Hood. I actually enjoyed this film. I know a bunch of people hated it. It does have a little bit of that leftist stuff, but it's middle level leftist. So I still enjoyed the movie. I would actually buy it when it comes out, and I would actually spend money on a steelbook if there was one for it. Christopher Robin, better than what I thought it would be. It's decent enough that I would watch it again. I did end up buying the digibook from Target, and I liked it. I don't think I'd put it in like every year, but maybe once every 5 years or so. Hey, all the Disney princesses are together. That's what everybody else said. Me, the film was... I like this one better than the first. I might get it on a Black Friday thing, but I don't think I'd be in a big rush to buy it. If you like those 90s comedies that were out, you'll like this one. I thought it was a decent film, and I like Kevin Hart. And the girl was good, the actress. The Meg. This is the movie that I said when I was talking about The Darkest Minds, that I actually went in and got the books and I actually started reading them because I enjoyed the movie enough. So you gotta at least say that for it. And I usually hate shark movies. I haven't even seen Jaws. I will let you know how much I don't like shark movies, because I've seen some of the crappy ones on Sci-Fi. First Man, a movie about the moon landing that didn't involve the moon landing. Funny. Isle of Dogs. I thought this movie was going to be crap, and I ended up actually liking it. Some things could have been cut, like the happy ending at the end, like the goes over cheese board. But other than that, decent enough film. The dogs are funny, the best part of the movie. A Star is Born. It's Oscar bait, but not in a bad way. Crazy Rich Asians, a better version, a more expensive version of a Hallmark film. Rampage, a video game movie that doesn't really have anything to do with the video game it's based off of, but still decent enough action film. Batman, Gotham by Gaslight. If you enjoy the Elseworld type things and, different storytelling type things and different alternate realities, you'll probably enjoy this one, even though I didn't like what they did with the Ripper. But other than that, it was decent enough. The Equalizer 2. Denzel Washington, what more can you say? But other than that, 10 times better than the original. Black Klansman. I thought this movie was going to be some big racist garbage. It wasn't. I enjoyed the movie. If it gets any Oscars, it deserves it. It's not just because that Oscar so white thing. You hate the bad guys, you like the good guys. And it references that, white groups go through some racist crap too. Peppermint. I know all the leftists hated this film, but I enjoyed it. Thought it was a decent action flick. It's like Taken, but with a girl, and the family gets killed instead of, just getting taken. Ant-Man and the Wasp. The best MCU film of the year, I guess. It's the best, worst Marvel film, if that makes any sense. And on my list of MCU things, this would be the last one of the ones I would choose to watch. I own it, and I haven't watched it. I haven't chosen to watch it yet because it still suffers from, the Marvel problem. My dinner with Javier. If you know what Fantasy Island is and all that, you'll like it a little better. It was a made-for-TV movie, but it doesn't feel like a made-for-TV movie. Solo. This movie was actually number 2 on my list because I really enjoyed watching it in theaters. That's probably just because all the haters are telling me I shouldn't like it, so I probably hyped it up a little more in my mind. And I rewatched it again at home, and I didn't like it as much. Venom, a movie that I enjoyed watching in the theaters, and I did buy it, but I haven't opened it and watched it yet. But, hey, best Marvel film of the year, because technically it is Marvel. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The worst Jurassic movie, but I enjoyed a Jurassic Park film and franchise enough that that's not really saying much. I'm not saying it's the worst because it's still a quality to me. I enjoyed it, and I did buy multiple copies of the film to add to my collection. 12 Strong. It's a film that makes you go, America, fuck yeah! And makes you understand why, and lets you understand why you're not going to be voting the leftist side of things for the most part. At local level, sure, why not? They do tend to be the better party, but on the higher up ones, they get a little nuttier. It's about what happened after 9/11. Extremely ashamed that they killed off Henry Cavill's character. He should have turned into like a main bad guy to at least be for MI6 or MI7 as the person that they're chasing. Because I enjoyed him as an actor and the character for the movie, but then he died, spoiler alert. And I miss Hawkeye. Other than that, decent enough film. I do actually own it. I bought it as a steelbook, and I did actually watch it. Searching, I don't own it, but this is the best Oscar film of the year. I believe it should win Best Picture, and I believe that John Cho should win Best Actor. Because it was that good of a film, I would highly suggest watching it. Into the Spider-Verse. The third best Spider-Man movie after 2 and 1 of the Sam Raimi trilogy. It's coming from a person that actually enjoyed 3, so take that with a grain of salt. I liked the movie, nothing really wrong with it, except for I really didn't like the anime girl. Other than that, I liked it. Well, I didn't like the soundtrack very much, but you can't really do much with that. Incredibles 2. It was, for the longest time, #1 movie of the year. It definitely needs to win Best Animated Film of the Year. Even though Spider-Verse might, because of that Oscars So White thing a couple years, 2 years back. But yeah, I never know. It is a Disney Pixar film. They usually do win Best Animated. Except for the year Cars 2 came out, but Cars 2 was trash. Aquaman, the best film of the year in my opinion. I extremely enjoyed it. It reignited the love that I've had for DC for years. To me, DC is 1,000 times better than Marvel. And how the Marvel fanboys treat it probably make me love it even more. I didn't see anything wrong with the film. Even the one rap song that was in it didn't feel forced like Into the Spider-Verse's rap songs were. It was there. It was a snippet. It was just a watch the two badasses walk up from the beach type thing. It was just him and Mara. And I can't tell people to watch this movie more. If you love comic book movies, you'll love this one. If you like action, even if you hate comic book movies, if you just like good action films, you'd like this film, in my opinion. And that was my 2018 year's movies from 62 to 1. Have a good one.